gonna continue the list here, and we're gonna talk about something that I think most women will agree we have a love-hate relationship with, and that is shapewear. And why is that? We wear it because we want to smooth the look, but what happens? The person on the left, it rolls, it moves, you can't even turn around without it falling down. Well, luckily, we have hooked up shapewear here, something totally different. Tara Cavosi is here. It's very nice to meet you.
Thank you for having
Good to
me.
see
it's
you.
So nice to meet you.
This is something so exciting because you are solving a problem that so many women have to deal with, and you're doing it in such a smart and unique way. So it's called Hooked Up. I will tell you very quickly that you have a choice here between black or nude, and you can also go with the short style or the brief style, but let's talk about what makes this so different and so unique.
What makes Hooked Up Shapewear so unique is that we have a patented design that hooks the shapewear right to your bra, and it prevents shapewear from rolling down. It's one of the biggest complaints from women about shapewear is the rolling down, and when it rolls down, it makes you look lumpy and bumpy, and it digs in and it pinches and it's uncomfortable, and we have completely solved it. And these little hooks are what make that happen. That's what makes us so unique.
We're gonna talk about how this works, and it just hooks on to your bra. But what's exciting is it's the first time you guys are seeing this brand here, and this is the first time you're seeing this price because it's for today only. So if you wanna try this out, Tara's gonna go ahead and walk us through how it works and how you hook this on and what a difference it makes.
It's so easy. You just hook these little hooks to the back straps of your favorite bra, and it just stays put. Our higher back design, this video right here is showing the perfect thing. You just hook it to the back straps of your bra. You step in the same way you would a one-piece bathing suit. You just slip it on. You fasten the back closure of your bra. Slip your straps on, and that's it. You're hooked up. You're totally hooked up.
Now, for sizing for this, we have sizes small through extra large,
small to extra large, 1X through 3X.
So how do we order that? You just go by your normal bottom?
You're gonna shop your bottom. You're gonna shop your bottom. Whatever your bottom size is, that's what your hooked up shapewear size. If you're a medium panty, you're a medium hooked up shapewear.
Okay.
But what's so great, our shapewear has a little bit higher rise in the back, and what that does is it tucks up under the back band of the bra, and it eliminates that space between the bra and shapewear where back fat tends to pop out. And that's all the lumpy, bumpy stuff that you're seeing when shapewear is rolling down. And when it's hooked up, your body is sleek and smooth and perfect.
It makes so much more sense. It's just a simple way to get a little bit of security there. Why don't we show on here on the mannequins how this works?
It's so simple. You're just hooking right here to the back of the bra, right there, just like that.
So it's universal. It doesn't matter what type of bra it is. If it has a bra strap,
that's right,
you can hook on to the top of it here.
The best way to show it is on these gorgeous models today.
Let's take a look at this one for sure.
Kenya looks absolutely incredible. Look at how smooth her body is. You can't see where the shapewear begins or ends. There are no lumps. There is no space between the bra and shapewear. It's a smooth, clean silhouette. If you look on the back, this is where the shapewear hooks up. It's just like this. It's super easy. You just hook it to your bra. Before you put your bra on, you're gonna step in, you're gonna slip it on, and your shapewear is gonna stay put. It's not gonna roll, it's not gonna dig. It's gonna stay in place, and it's going to be super, super comfortable.
So you hook it on, and then you step in, almost like if it were a bathing suit.
Just like a one-piece bathing suit. Exactly like that. And it's gonna stay put, and all of that lumpy, bumpy, rolling discomfort, that is completely eliminated. And all you're gonna get is a smooth, clean silhouette. You can't see where the shapewear begins or ends. There's no space, there's no lumps. There's just a clean, perfect silhouette.
And I want to stress to you at home that what you were seeing in that before, it's not like we have the same shapewear on a before and an after.
No, that's rolled down shapewear.
What's in the before is what you probably have at home. It's typical shapewear that you would wear no matter what brand it is, but the one problem we run into is it will start to roll. I mean, when you read reviews on shapewear, that tends to be one of the first things people ask. Does it roll when you sit down, when you bend, when you move?
And if it's not hooked up, it's rolling down.
Even if the shapewear you have is the right size and fits you perfectly,
that's right.
That can happen.
Right. But our patented design eliminates rolling shapewear forever. I mean, look at Laura. I mean, this body is incredible.
And how does it feel?
Amazing.
Comfortable.
It is so smooth. It is so
comfy.
comfy.
It's comfortable because it's not rolling, digging,
here.
pinching. That's where the comfort comes from. I mean, look at this. Look at her shape. It's just incredible and hugs her curves. And it's smooth and sleek and just amazing. And it will not roll down. This shapewear is going to stay put.
Let's have you turn to the side here too, because I want to show the difference here, because we've got another, I don't want to call it before and after, it's other shapewear and hooked up shapewear. The only thing we changed was attaching securely to the bra. I mean, which shapewear would you rather have on when you look at this comparison?
She can move and bend and stretch, and that shapewear is going to stay put because of our patented design.
Well, not only that, not only the rolling, it's the look of it. I mean, you saw in the other shapewear, even if it stayed put, you still have that extra space from where it ends and your bra begins. So it's kind of like killing two birds with one stone.
That's right, and hooked up shapewear is a little bit higher in the rise in the back, and it tucks up under the back band of the bra, hooking right to the bra, and you can't see where this begins or ends. It's completely smooth. It doesn't matter how she moves, this shapewear is going to stay put.
So we're going to show Kenya one more time as well, but if you're just joining us, this is something brand new that you haven't seen here before. It's called Hooked Up Shapewear. So it's still everything you love about the shapewear, but it's a little bit higher, and the hooked up part is that it hooks to your bra. So you hook it on before you put the bra on.
That's right.
Step right in, and now it's going to stay in place.
And we have an incredible four-way stretch firm control fabric that is light and seasonless and breathable, and there is so much stretch in this garment, it is not going to cling, but you're still going to get that smoothing and that firm control that women want and love, and sculpt that body to perfection.
It definitely makes you feel more comfortable when you know you're secure and you don't have to worry about something falling or flinging or rolling.
Look at how amazing that is.
Look at this.
And it doesn't matter how Kenya will move. It will stay up. She can stretch, she can move, she can wiggle, she can twist, and that shapewear is going to stay put thanks to our patented design.
Now, this is the first time that you're getting to see this brand, and this pricing is for this day only, so it's $49.90. Get it home and try it out and compare it to your other shapewear and see what a difference it makes. It's definitely very exciting.
It's so exciting.
Yeah, thank you so much, Tara, for being here.
It was so exciting. Kenya, thank you.
All right, you guys, I want to congratulate Yvette. Yvette is one of our winners on Facebook, and Maria B. You guys are A-listers on Facebook, and we're going to send you a little something special for logging on and commenting on our photos.